Hey everyone, I'm Anna Dolosky. Boris here goes absolutely bonkers when I reach for the peanut butter jar, but just because he loves peanut butter doesn't mean all nuts are fair game. Okay, we spoke with a vet who breaks down the different types of nuts and their safety or toxicity. First up, peanuts. They contain healthy fats and protein and are generally good for your pup.
Peanuts are fine. Peanuts are actually a-okay for dogs. It's about the size of the dog and how many you give in moderation, but peanuts are probably, of all the nuts, the most okay one to get.
But only give them in moderation. Too much, of course, can cause vomiting and diarrhea. Peanut butter is safe for most dogs unless it contains an ingredient called xylitol. This seems like common sense, but obviously don't give your dogs peanuts in the shell. This can cause obstruction in the digestive tract. But overall, peanuts are okay. Almonds aren't toxic, but they can block your dog's esophagus if they don't chew them up thoroughly. And because they're salted, too much salt can make your dog retain water. Bottom line, skip them. Next up, cashews. Cashews contain calcium, magnesium, and protein, which are all good for your dogs. They typically have less fat than other nuts, so they're okay as long as you give your dogs the unsalted kind. Bottom line, they're okay. Some nuts are super high in fats. Pistachios, macadamia nuts, and pecans won't bode well with your dog's stomach.
You give a lot of those to a small dog, you can actually induce pancreatitis to happen. Some of these high-fat nuts can cause gastritis or enteritis, which means diarrhea or vomiting. So it just doesn't feel good on their stomach.
In terms of toxicity, Dr. Hunt says keep your dog away from walnuts. Walnut poisoning is one of the most common claims for toxic ingestion.
Specifically because they'll get moldy. If they sit out a long time, then the dog eats it. The mold on walnuts will create a neurotoxin, and then they go into liver failure. So it's one of these things we'll see post-Christmas often, where they come in January because of this issue where they got into a bunch of walnuts, and then they get sick, and then we have to put them on IV fluids and so on. So it's more the moldy walnuts, not the walnut itself, that causes a problem.
Hickory nuts and hazelnuts are the main culprits for obstructions because they're larger than most nuts, and we all know dogs don't chew their food completely. Of course, as careful as you may be, dogs may still swallow something they shouldn't. So Dr. Hunt says pay attention to your pup. If he or she seems lethargic and off their game, it may be time to call the vet. To see more stories like this, like us on Facebook, visit our website, ACSH, and don't forget to subscribe to your daily dose of news delivered straight to your inbox. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Come on.